work as a waterkeeper has taken me literally around the world documenting man-made disasters as well as natural disasters. One of which was the BP Gulf oil disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. I saw these things with my own eyes. I smelt it. I felt the oil on my skin from 1,000 feet in the air. You could smell the oil in the airplane. I got sick from it, had headaches, nausea, broke out with lesions on both arms that lasted for a little over 2 years when I came in contact with the product that they were using to hide the oil. BP and the EPA would have you think that corrects it, cleans up the oil spill, but in fact what it does is it mixes with the oil and sinks it to the bottom where it's out of sight, out of mind. BP was never accurately charged for the amount of oil that they lost because a great deal of it is still on the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. The impact of the wildlife was incredible. I saw whole pods of dolphins that were completely surrounded in oil. I saw whales when they came to the surface to breach, and when they blew, there was blood all down their back. These mammals were hemorrhaging from living in that oil-coated condition. Pelicans, turtles, coated in oil, gathered up in booms and burned at sea. Because there again, BP would never be held accountable if there was no accurate body count of the number of protected species that were killed. But it's not just the fish and wildlife. The connection between the ocean, the Gulf, and the people of the Gulf of Mexico is like a lifeline. A disaster like this cripples the economy. Not only the ecosystem is damaged, but the economy is crippled. But it's still going on down there right now. We still have people in the Gulf of Mexico that are getting sick. There are still people in the Gulf of Mexico that are that never fully recovered from the economic impact that disaster had on the communities. It's not just an environmental issue. It's a community issue. People have to understand the link between the water and these communities and the support that they give each other. I get asked all the time, how did it make you feel seeing what was happening to the Gulf of Mexico? I was angry, I was disgusted, there was disbelief. I couldn't believe that this was actually happening in our country, and we're supposed to be one of the most technologically advanced countries in the world. It's not as if this is an isolated case. It can happen again. It will happen again. A blowout in the Atlantic, similar to what we saw in the Gulf of Mexico, would be devastating for the entire eastern seaboard. In my opinion, it just shouldn't happen.
Contact your local, state, and federal legislators to ask them to oppose seismic blasting and offshore drilling. Share this video to spread the word.